In many ways, conceptual skills may be the most important ingredients in the success of executives in e-commerce business. For example, the ability to foresee how a particular business application will be affected by or can be translated to other internet is clearly conceptual in nature. Well, we can have a decision making process where we define the problems at the first stage. Uh, we gather the facts and develop the alternatives. The second step is that of evaluating the alternatives, select the best alternatives. And the third one is implementation of the chosen alternatives, follow up and evaluate the chosen alternatives. Let's talk about the decision making skills. Decision making skills include the ability to define problems and to select best course of action. Well, number one, define problem, gathers fact, identify alternative solutions. Managers at Porsche recently, I beg your pardon, please. Managers at Porsche recently determined that their firm had become so small relative to the industry giants that they were at risk of being taken over by another firm. Hence, they defined their problem as how to best avoid a hostile takeover. They subsequently decided that they had two options: to identify a large firm of their own preferences to approach about by buying Porsche, or else to grow the firm such that it would be more difficult acquisition target for the others. Number two, evaluate each alternative and select the best one. Porsche managers decided that although two automobile companies might be comfortable joining, the preferred option was to grow. Of course, they required additional decisions as they looked at different ways to achieve this growth. Implement the chosen alternative periodically, follow up and evaluate the effectiveness of that choice. Porsche managers decided that the best way to grow was to first introduce a new product in a high growth market. Hence, they recently launched Cayenne, a wildly vision of the firm's flagship product, the Porsche 911, and now another new product currently being kept as a secret is under development. Of course, if the Cayenne had bombed, the firm might have instead had to revisit the idea of being taken over. Time management skills. Time management skills refer to the productive use of the managers to make of their time. In 2004, for example, Lou Frankfurt at Coach was paid $2 million salary, and assuming that he worked 50 hours a week and took 2 weeks vacation, Frankfurt earned $800 an hour, little more than $13 per minute. Any amount of time that Frankfurt wastes clearly represents a large cost to Coach and its stockholders. Most managers, of course, receive much smaller salaries than Frankfurt. Their time, however, is valuable, and poor use of it still translates into cost and wasted productivity. Incidentally, this example underestimates Frankfurt's earning. He also received additional deferred compensation, such as stock options and retirement benefits. To manage time effectively, managers must address 4 leading causes of the wasted time. Number one, paperwork. Some managers spend too much time deciding what to do with letters and reports. Most documents of the sort are routine and can be handled quickly. Managers must learn to recognize those documents that require more attention. Telephone. Well, the experts believe and estimate that managers get interrupted by the telephone every 5 minutes. To manage this time more effectively, they suggest having an assistant screen all calls and setting aside a certain block of time each day to return to the important ones. Unfortunately, the explosive use of cell phones seems to be making this problem even worse for many managers. Next, we'll talk about the meetings and we'll talk about the emails. They can be a threat to the time management as well. We can do this in the next video.